Welcome, everybody. This is the Jay and Joe Show, and we are so excited to be with you again. This is Jay, and this is
Zoe.
If you're new here, this is a good channel to be a part of because we family. We're family. And matter of fact, we are extending that family invitation to everybody. If you have a story and you want us to talk about it and you're in a relationship, you got a certain situation, it can be anonymous. We don't need people to know our business, but if you want us to help you and give you advice, we'll be able to do it because we love to help people, especially in their personal needs.
Yeah.
None of us are counselors, but I believe God gave us the ability to speak into situations, and we can give you good advice.
Our advice.
Our advice.
And you can say
You can say no,
my
you can say
friend-
yes.
No, I'm saying you can say my friend is going through a problem.
Yeah, you can be third party. Don't let us know.
You don't have to know.
It is me.
We won't let
you can say,
people know who
by
your
the
name
way,
is. Yeah.
such and such is happening. So anyway, someone reached out to us, and I want us to read her story, and then we get into what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna read straight through. Hey everyone, I really love your show and I love what you're doing. I'm a young person just like yourselves, and I'm looking to get married. I found a man that I truly love, and I can see myself being for a long time. I have found the eternal love, and he clicks every box.
Eternal love.
Eternal love, eternity, the love for eternity.
That's after you die.
Anyways, that's the kind of love she has. She sees it. She doesn't have it, but she can see herself entering this eternal love. And I see myself having eternal love for him. It's just that there's some things that are making me feel like I cannot go all the way. As we have talked about marriage, he still is a very private person and will not let me see all that is in him. Number one, he has a lot of friends that are girls. Number two, he's very secretive about his finances and about his phone and who he talks to on his phone.
Is he not rich? Is he poor?
She says later on that she's financially secure. It looks like he's financially secure, but she does not know because every time she talks about they talk about finances, it's a closed door. But he pays for everything. You know, he's supplying the needs, and like when they go out for dates, but she does not know how can that look like in marriage. And if they're getting really serious talking about it, she's getting some questions like
she has no access.
Yes, she has no access to his real life.
Okay.
I see what she's trying to say. She has no access to his real life. She has access to like what he shows people, but she feels like she wants to go deeper. And he's saying no.
Like she wants to do the budget.
Yes, the budgeting, the money, yes, but also like the friends that are girls.
Okay.
And she says, with someone who is so nice and outgoing and loved by many people, how do I penetrate and see him for who he really is? And if I haven't seen him for who he really is, can I trust that and still just trust in who he shows himself to be the person that I marry?
Okay, so there's a big trust issue.
Yes.
That is coming probably from both ways?
Both ways.
Okay. Did she say why? If she tries to, like, has she tried to talk to him about?
She's talked to him about it, and he's very defensive. He's very defensive about that. He does not want her to know anything about what's going on.
Okay.
And one of the things I left out, but I want to read later. I want to hear what you have to say, then I'll read what else she says about it. So if I was dating you, talking about marriage, and you didn't know how I make my money, you didn't know all these friends of mine that are girls.
I think she wasn't really clear in like telling her story, not gonna lie. Like in like really elaborating it, because it's like the bigger picture. It's like, okay, she didn't elaborate on like the girlfriends. Like has many girlfriends, but
they're very close.
Bring them
I
home,
paraphrased everything.
Does he whatever? So that's kind of clear.
Let me clear that up. The girlfriends are very, very close to him, like real, like best friend kind of things, touching on his shoulder kind of things, coming over at different times. They hang out by themselves sometimes with different girls, and that's just who he is. And he does that with guys too, and he says, oh, these are just my friends. But it's causing some trust issues.
I think the number one thing, if you don't trust your partner, I think that's like already a blockage before you even take the next. You even think about marriage. the first thing that we girls want is like security, and I think security is rooted in trust. Like you can't be secure in something that you don't trust, right? If I don't trust the guard at my door, I'm not gonna really feel secure at night, because I know like he's shady, he's someone. I'm gonna have my reservations. So security is rooted in trust. And so if you're not trusting someone, then I think the security is also going to be shaky. Because like I said, we want emotional security, to know that he has my back when I feel down, like he's going to help me, bring me back up. Physical, whatever it is, financial security, like he got me. Like I don't need to be, wondering. Like we can make both our money, but like I still know that I have someone to, not rely
to work with.
To work with, exactly. So whatever security that we women want, when there's trust as a foundation, it's so much easier. It's like a weight lifted. But then if you go in there, you're unsure, he shows you this, he shows you that, even in prayer life and spiritual life, like you don't really know how, if he's prayerful or his walk with the Lord, you're not going to be secure with the vision that he has, But when you're sure, like, I trust this man and whatever comes out of his mouth, because I've seen him do the work. I've seen him show me not even show me, but I've seen him live it, I've seen
not just
him,
showing it, but like
actually being that thing. I think there's so much clarity in that, and that's for us what really drives us. Women will do anything behind a man like that. So number one thing, I don't think the conversation of marriage should even come up when there's an issue of trust, because moving forward, she's not going to be secure. She's always going to feel like the girl, like, a lingering. Girl, what about the girls? What about the finances? Yeah, he brings stuff home, but you still feel like
how is it happening?
Something is
and that
not
clarity.
okay.
You need clarity. I need to know how it's happening. In marriage, it's not just that it happens. You need to know how it's happening. Okay, Joanne is going here, but how is she going there? Okay, I'm bringing this amount of money home, but how did that happen?
So that
there's no question marks. I'm not selling drugs, okay?
Just bring a bag home, like
10 grand, 10 G right here.
Right there. You can get yourself anything that you want, and then the next day the cops are at your door, and like
I'm telling you. No, but that's how people live. Like people, they say, okay, I trust you, honey, but like that trust is full of question marks, and before you know it, you stay in this relationship, you're gonna be the type of person that's literally sneaking to get a look at his phone. Like, okay, which girl is he following? Okay, why did you like this girl's picture? And it's not a good place to be talking about marriage. I feel like what you guys need to do is to build the trust. Build the trust, and that is.
How do you build a trust when it's not your position?
No. And that's what you need to set up your standards as a woman and say, hey, if you want me to move forward with you in this relationship, I got to know you. Like, it seems like you know the person that he shows to people, but there's also the private life that you need to get involved with as a woman, as someone that wants to get married, as a young person that wants to get married. You need to enter the private life of that individual.
Yeah, and I feel like just the guy saying it, like, don't worry about it, it's okay, is not enough. Like, if you feel like truly internally, because these guys like have like multiple friends that are girls, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but it could go
not a great
bad.
Thing. It's not a great thing. I'm just gonna say that.
When you have someone, when your boyfriend, if you're not married yet, when your boyfriend, even when you're married, when your boyfriend is seeing having all these girlfriends around him, and they're like, they just stroke his ego and whatever, and he keeps saying like, yeah, that's nothing, yes, that's nothing. I don't think any guy or any girl like has the ability to be like, that's nothing, because things catch you off guard, right? And so it's not just saying that's nothing. It's like showing you, like, are you willing to let go of those girlfriends for the sake of keeping me? Woo! Does that make sense?
She's quoting me. That's actually what happened. No, but
I'm not quoting you.
That's literally what happened. You're not quoting me, but you're quoting my life.
Yeah.
I was the type of person that had many friends that were girls, and it was just I had like 3 guys that these are my G's, and then the rest of my friends were all girls, and that's low key because I grew up in a household full of women, and I know how women relate. So I mean, I had friends that were girls, and I had plenty. And when I got with Joanne, I had to be like, all right, I gotta let you go because I'm really serious about this one girl. Right? Because there's always like a prospect.
If you have bronze, why are you looking at the bronze and the whatever? What
and
is
the
it?
dirt.
And the dirt. Actually, it's not even bronze.
Yeah.
It's the dirt.
But no, let me tell you this. Any friend that's opposite sex, there has been thoughts of, I think maybe we could work together. I don't care who it is, married, unmarried. You have a friend that's opposite from you. It's a thought that comes in. And the longer you spend time with that person, man.
It brews.
Man. And that's what I'm saying. Like cheating is not something that surprises or just comes out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. It's something that starts way before. It's something that starts like way before. Their thoughts, their plans, their hearts, and she gives me a smile. She does a little twist, and I see it, and something like that. I'm arguing with my wife at home, but this girl's giving me like all this love and affection because she doesn't deal with the real me. She deals with the me that I show.
He strokes the ego.
She deals with the person I show, and so all that builds up. And if you're having this problem and you're not married, trust me, it only gets harder when you're married.
So if you have a guy that is not willing to let go of the girlfriends and is always creating excuses, like no, that's my friend, and comes back late. Where have you been? I've been hanging out with
Jemima,
whatever,
and Patricia.
I've been hanging out with those people. And like he just gets so defensive, and he's like whatever, and he doesn't really like take your feelings into account. Like that's a big problem, and trust cannot be built on that. You're always gonna have something that is really not settled, and so
you gotta see.
She didn't say her name. Whoever that is, I think
it's speaking to a lot of people. First of all, it's not just one person. I know a lot of girls deal with this because a lot of guys, number one, hide their phones. How do you deal with that? Look.
Hiding phones.
Let me show you guys something, right?
What did she say?
All right, let me show you guys something. All right, this is my locked phone, right? I'm gonna show you something. And then I'm gonna look at it.
Sorry.
Okay, hold up, I'm gonna try again. So locked phone, it's locked. I'm gonna look at it. It's unlocked. Now, I'm going to give it to Joanne. Watch this.
Yeah.
Show the people. It's unlocked, right? So she has full access. I have my bank account information on here. I have my Instagram information on here. I got my WhatsApps. I got my text messages. I got everything. So she can see my web history. It's all on here. So she can literally come and say at any time, check. And the same thing goes for her. Because why would I see your need for trust and block you from having it?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm just going to extend it. You didn't even ask for it because she didn't even ask for it. And I never asked for it. But I'm just like, I don't want you to have any question about me and who I am. So here you go.
Yeah.
And that's what builds a good marriage. Like, if I see any potential of a question or a mistrust, I'm gonna go out of my way to show like this is who I am.
Yeah. And
right?
if a scenario kind of looks like that, like people are very heartless. So if they came up with a situation where they're like, oh yeah, we found Josh with Shantiqua, and and they were I'm gonna be like, my first initial thought is gonna be like, that's impossible, because there are things that we've laid down, like
boundaries.
There are boundaries.
Say it again. Boundaries. Say it louder. Okay, I'm sorry.
There's boundaries that we've put in place to be like, okay, this, you can't have another guy, another girl in the car. You can't have another girl in your office. You can't be, you know, so that stuff.
Even when it looks stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone I'm walking with, no any kind of sexual attraction with or anything, and she comes to deliver me my some work. She knows not to come in my office by herself. She will literally come with someone else to come and deliver me something.
Yeah.
Just why? I need to protect myself because this thing happens so many times to so many people.
And that's trust building. That's what building trust is.
And I make sure she knows how I operate.
Right, yeah.
And I know how she operates.
Yeah.
And you create a boundary that protects you.
Yeah.
And that's just in opposite sex attractions.
Yeah. So with all of this, I think marriage should first put a pause on thinking about marriage. And I know that he provides for you in whatever needs, but like the access, like I could understand why. I could understand before. I was like, okay, I understand why he doesn't let you in his phone or whatever. Like it's just been 1 year of dating.
What do you feel about that?
What?
For some people, they say, no, let him have his phone, let me have my phone.
No, I just also don't allow like snooping. Like at the end of the day, like trust has to be laid down. So if you're gonna be snooping, then there's no trust.
That means there's no trust.
Yeah. So the whole snooping and looking and seeing who is he talking to, then in the beginning it wasn't good in the first place. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you feel the need to go and see who your man's talking to, who your girl's talking to.
That is a symptom of broken trust.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
That's a symptom of broken trust. Yeah. I don't think anyone wakes up like so enthralled, like, okay, who is he talking to? Where is he going? Why is he dressing like that? It is because trust has been broken.
There are people like that have grown up in broken homes.
Yes.
So they've seen it probably with their fathers. They've seen it with something like it's just traumatic for them, and they've lived it in their past relationship, and then they project it to the man. But I think also you kind of have to do the internal work, but also the man has to reassure you, like, I'm not
where you came from.
You've seen and
exactly.
What you come from.
Now, for example, I came from a relationship where I was cheated on. Broke my heart. Broke me in more ways than I thought possible. Because number one, I did not go for a girl that is in the streets. I went for a church girl. I went for a girl that prays. I went for a girl that made me go to church when I didn't want to go to church. This was when I was like 17, 18 years old. I went for a girl who was like, babe, I'm not trying to do nothing till we get married. And I was like, bet, let's do that. And then I find out later, okay, she been out here doing all this other mess with other people because she thinks she can, you know, she could use other people but then come home to me and then like build the right Christian marriage with me. Something broken like that.
So living two different lives.
Different lives. And I think she had issues she was working with and she got better. And now she's in a better place. And she married, she got kids, all that. Good for her. But when I got into my relationship with Joanne, I took about 6 years before getting into another serious relationship. I went and did some things I'm not proud of. I did some things I wasn't proud of, but I wasn't serious in any of those relationships. I knew for real I wasn't going to get married in them. But when I got like, okay, God got my heart and I'm getting serious, I had to tell Joanne in the first day, like, babe, if you're getting serious about this, like, I got to tell you, I got some broken parts in me and it might come out. Like, trusting is really hard for me. Like, trusting you with anyone else is hard for me. So I need you to just like, give me the grace to just reassure me, right? Because it goes both ways. I know a lot of girls have been cheated on, but a lot of guys have been cheated on too. And just been like, hey, show me the grace, right? Show me the grace to know where my heart is, that it's broken, and that you're gonna help me out in this area. So she went out of her way to show me that she's for me and that I can trust her. And that is what it is. Trust is something that is built. It's not something that is just,
it doesn't just show
up. True trust, like deep trust, isn't something just given out. It's something that it's built.
Like it's tested multiple times. It's like
and it's proven.
It's like a table before it's taken out. Or when like can it handle? Can it handle? Can it handle? Can it handle?
Proven. Consistency.
And then we can.
And then one time that it does not work, everything that has been built gets thrown away.
Yeah.
And you're back at zero.
Yeah.
You have to be proven. And when you're unproven, everything that you're proven gets disregarded.
Yeah.
And that's how trust is. If you want someone to really trust you with their heart, young men and young women that are watching, and people who are in marriage, if you want someone to trust you with your heart, you really have to be that person. You can't fake it.
Yeah.
You cannot fake to be a good man. You cannot fake to be a man that is not going to cheat on your wife, because eventually she going to find out. He going to find, because why? It's a consistent thing. The trust is always got to be trusted. No matter how much you hide, we going to find out. That's just how it is. This girl was hiding for like a minute, but I found out. Mess around, get found out. You going to get found out no matter how it is. You lying about your money, right? You acting all big, spending all this money. She going to find out sooner or later.
Yeah.
Right? You lying about the kid that you hid that nobody knows about. She going to find out.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. God is
Everything
God.
That you do in
Everything done in darkness shall become to light. It might take 10 years, but she's gonna find out.
Yeah.
It might take 20 years.
Yeah.
And you feel like, hey, I got away with it. I feel good.
Yeah.
Nobody caught me.
Next one. Yeah.
Bro, she gonna find out. You put in the name Tommy when her name is Tammy. So you call Tommy, and she says, oh, that was Tommy. One day she gonna accidentally call Tommy, and Tammy gonna call, hello, hey babe. Trust broken, marriage broken, relationship broken. Because
when trust is broken, that's one of the hardest things to build back up. That is the hardest thing to build.
And matter of fact, I tell people, because if trust is broken, it shows character flaw. So if you're not married, you don't have to go back.
Yeah.
Because trust is broken, that person that you're with is not who he says he is. And for him to be that person that you want him to be, it has to take a heart rearrangement. Is he sorry he got caught, or is he sorry about what he did or she did?
Yeah.
You feel me?
And you can't find that out.
It doesn't come like that.
Yeah.
And then this is the problem. Like, someone will cheat, right? And then when the girlfriend starts snooping, be like, man, why are you snooping on my phone? Seriously?
Yeah.
You gotta extend the branch, because you're the one that cheated. You're the one that messed up. So you gotta prove to her, if you're trying to win her back, you gotta prove to her, but listen, like, I'm all yours. I didn't give you phone access before, but now here are all my phone records.
Yeah.
I didn't give you financial where I'm spending my money. Now here's all my money.
Yeah.
Every money that I spent, here it is. Yeah. Here's the mobile money receipt. Here's the bank account receipt. Here's everything that I have, just to prove yourself. And still, she's not going to trust you just because you showed that. She's still not going to trust you.
Yeah.
Because that build back. Someone said it like this: trust is earned in drops and lost in buckets. So, like, you can just pour out all the trust like this, pop, but to earn it back, it's drop by drop by drop by drop to build it up to a healthy place.
Yeah, but also, I was just thinking about it, like, for someone who wants to know personal life and everything, I think everyone has the ability to open up in some way, you know, and some of them it's like a hard rock or whatever, but like really extending the space for them to show you these things and for them to really know, like, for some it's not your for some of them it's not your fault that they're not opening up, but like, for you to know, like, okay, I did everything that I did and I created this space and I made him feel like listened to and heard and seen and all of this stuff, but it's still not changing, then fine. But like, you have to create a space for your man to feel like there's somewhere that he can go and he's seen, he's heard, he's felt, because most of the time they kind of like go to other places to feel those things, to feel like, to the ego, for it to be boosted, and they hide it in different ways. Like it comes off in a different way, but for him to be really vulnerable and be like, okay, this is really how much I make, and like, I feel like it's for you to create that space also.
And let me just say that John did a great job of that with me, to, number one, make me feel like I'm not judged, right? In my weak areas that I had to share with her, to make me feel like it's okay, like like you can share with me the bad things about you.
And we're gonna judge you a little, but not too much. Okay.
Because can we be honest? Everybody got a little something in them that's shouldn't be advertised.
Yeah.
Don't advertise this.
Yeah.
Should I say what yours are?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
You can go ahead.
No, but like for real, let's be serious for a second, right? Everybody got some things that don't need to be advertised. And so like that's the importance of dating, is providing that space where someone can be like, yo, I got this struggle.
Yeah.
Can you still work with it?
And if you're scared that if you show your true self, maybe the guy will not marry you, then
Or the woman won't marry
you're
you?
in the dating process for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And you're gonna cry in the long run because
The day that I realized I could marry Joanne is when I saw like her worst side.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be dead serious.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. I was like, you know what? If this is as bad as it gets, sign me up, because I've seen a lot worse out there. But like seeing that and saying, you can trust that with me.
Yeah.
You can trust that with me. I can handle that. Like, okay, you got this issue, you can trust that with me. You smoking, you can trust that with me. You got a porn addiction that you don't let anybody know, you can trust that with me. Yeah. You got alcoholism in your blood, and you know.
That's if you can really handle.
That's if you can really handle. You gotta make that decision that, listen, I'm willing to battle with you over this issue that you have. And I know that you can turn it around. And by the way, by voicing it out, by showing it, it shows that you want to change. By keeping it in, it only grows and it will manifest in a harmful way to her that she discovers later. But if you say, listen, this is what I'm struggling with, trust goes. It's a quick way of building, other than her having to find out.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that concludes our show today.
Yeah.
I wish we could go longer, but we've kind of answered all her questions, and I feel like it's helped a lot more people. If you feel like it resonates with you, please let us know. But we'll also love to know your story, so make sure that you contact us. How do they contact us?
Us, okay.
Yeah.
Contact us on the email that we're gonna provide for you.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the link description.
Description below.
Just let us know what's going on, and we would definitely want to help you out and give you godly wisdom and advice, because that is what we do on the Jay and Joe.
Messy. Make it as messy as possible. It's
listen,
all okay.
Listen. When no one knows who it's coming from, come on, let it out. Let it out, and we won't ever share your email with anybody. And let you be discovered.
Like, share, comment, subscribe.
This is the Jay and Joe Show. We love you. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Guys, tell me that my wife is beautiful, because I chose the right one. You know, by the way, I'll tell you guys a secret. Since we're being trusty, and everyone, we want trust here, and we want trust with them.
Okay.
Me and Joanne had a fight before this episode.
Yeah.
Do you forgive me, babe?
Yeah.
You still? Give me a kiss. I trust that you'll kiss me somehow.
Yeah.
We love you.
What?
That's good. We'll edit it, make it nice.
It went off.